everyone, this video is just going to be a quick cage tour for you all, as it has been requested by quite a few people and I've just cleaned out the whole of their cage, so I thought it was a good time to do it. So before I get on with that, we'll just say hello to the piggies. Here's Lola, she's having a drink, and over here we've got Annie munching on the hay, and then in there we've got Sprite, who's also having a munch. So here's a good place to start. This is their, I call it their hay room, I guess. I guess that's what it is really, or you might call it their kitchen. Some people like to call it the kitchen. And over there in the corner they've got one of the blue pigloo type things. They're really common. I think I got mine from my local pet shop way back ages ago, and it's lasted, so that's good. Then here they've got their hay rack. That was from Pet Planet and they really enjoy that. They can chew on it as well because it's made of wood and it just hooks onto the grids like that, so it's quite secure. They won't be able to pull it off or anything. And then here they've got their other hay rack in case one isn't enough, and this is just the kind of classic one like that. And over here they have their wooden house that I got off eBay. This is good because it has a divider in the middle. I might disturb Sprite if I lift it up, but anyway. So there you go, you can see it's got the wooden divider in the middle, and that's good because my piggies don't like sharing hidey houses and stuff with each other, so that's a good thing to have. So that's their hay room. I just use newspaper on the bottom and then lots and lots of hay on top, which I think is really good. It encourages them to keep eating lots of hay and they like to sleep on it, play in it, that kind of thing, so it's more natural for them as well, so I really like it. The only downside is that it does need cleaning out every day, which is a bit annoying, but I did used to have litter trays and they needed changing every day as well, so I don't think you can really get around the fact that something is going to need cleaning every day with guinea pigs. Because you're so stinky, and you poo lots, don't you? Yes? Yes, Mummy, I do. And this is just separated from the rest of their cage by just these panels of Correx, and they've got these tunnels. They both get quite dirty actually because the piggies tend to wee in them. So they will need replacing eventually, but anyway. And then, what are you doing, Sprite? Hey? Are you having an itch? Then over here they've got their giant seagrass ball which they got for Christmas, and it's already been chewed, even though my guinea pigs aren't the biggest chewers. They've had a fair go at that. Some of the things are starting to fall off, so that's good. And then also underneath the ramp they've got one of their old beds, one of the very first ones I made, and they also like sleeping in there. And then here we've got the willow sticks, or I think it's willow, I'm not quite sure. That just the small version which I've just made into a little arch for them to go through. And then this little area here is where their food and water is. They've got one food bowl down here and then another one on the top level, and they've also got two water bottles. It's not unusual for two piggies to be on the water bottles at the same time, so that's always a good thing to have. Oh look, she's chewing on it now. Hello. You popcorning. That's always nice to see, isn't it? Hey, what are you doing? We're here. You're not looking. Okay, so then in the middle they've got the new tunnel which I made them not long ago now. This is the larger size one, and of course I made it myself, like with the beds. And then moving on, they've got another tunnel here. I like to kind of keep the middle section free of too much stuff so that they can run around if they want. When Sprite gets excited she kind of runs around and goes through the tunnel in the middle, which is quite cute. So here they've got their other tunnel, and this is the hyacinth one. They enjoy having a nibble at that. Then here you can see they've got one of those woodlands, wood rolls I think it's called. They've got one of them and they've kind of given up with it because they can't get it out. I'll have to help them along someday and scoop some out for them. Then in the corner they've got their wooden thing which you can put food in. I like putting vegetables in it and watching them struggle trying to get them out. They also got this for Christmas, and this is another good thing because they can chew on it, although they haven't really bothered too much with that. Other piggies might though. And then here they've got the large version of the willow stick hut, and I've just put it like that on the cage to give them a bit more space, because often two of them like to go under there and they can't really fit if it's curved all the way around. And they've also got one of their pads here because this is a hot spot for peeing and pooing, so that will help the fleece last longer. And then in this corner they've got this is just a pillowcase to kind of drape over and give the bed a little bit of shade. So Annie likes going and sitting in that bed in the corner. And then there they've got their kebab, which is, they never look at that or anything, that's just hanging there as a bit of decoration. And then finally we've got up the ramp. They're upstairs, just like the downstairs is a kind of hay area. I like to put the other willow stick one across there, just so then it's underneath a little bit of a shelter and they don't feel too exposed if they're up there. They also have their naturals hut, which as you can see they've kind of eaten it away from the doorway outward. It's kind of been destroyed a little. And here as well I've just got their hay. I've just sprinkled some ready grass in there for them to pick out. And then here they've got their last food bowl. So that's the cage. I'll just stand back and give you an overview. Sorry the piggies have not been doing much during this video, apart from Sprite. So I hope you like it. If you've got any questions then just ask and I will reply to your comment. So please comment, rate and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Hello. Oh, do you want your veggies? Yes. You're so funny. You gonna do big squeaks for us? Sprite! Oh dear. You've got a thing for jumping on tunnels, haven't you? Yes. Sprite's gonna run off with it. Yep. Oh dear. Look at that chin.